Welcome to Hough's Hardware, a family-owned business since 1921. My name is Haugh, and I am a professional hooker. Now, I know when people hear hooker, the first thing they think of is rugby. Now, I don't know much about rugby, but I do know one term. It goes, nobody wants the winger to come inside his man all afternoon. They want to get on out of there. Come on and get the game going. But you see, I am a hardware hooker. That means I install hooks. I'm what you call a legacy. My mama was a hooker. My grandmama was a hooker. Matter of fact, all the women in my family were hookers. The oldest profession there is, next to prohibition. Oh, and farming. That's an old one too. I work here with my daddy. We call him Big Daddy because he put on some weight. But his name is Haugh, and he is so happy to still be here and have this one position called a hooker, because we don't really exist in a lot of places anymore. Now, people always ask me, what is the best way to install a hook? Well, I always tell them first you got to start with a perfect hole, right? And then you need the speed of the drill, and then you need a good screw. But sometimes if it's a cheap screw, you just want to hurry up and speed that drill on up and get on up out of there. That's how you get the biggest buck for your bang, you know, because you don't want to be there all day long with a cheap screw, do you? No, just get on in there and get on out. Now, see, here's the thing. These young hookers, they're not so crafty as someone like me, an old hooker. They like to take their time with the screw, and what that does is it causes them to back up in their work, because they got to get all these holes and get all these screws in, but they still spending all this time on one cheap screw. Now, me myself, I prefer a high-end screw, more like something like steel as opposed to a wood screw, because you don't want anything getting broke up off in you, right? And the last thing you ever want is your walls to start to deteriorate, because that can happen when you start screwing too long. Just got to be quick about it. That's how smart hookers do. Now, see, I'm considered a retired hooker. Oh, and some of my friends, they kid me. They say, you old retired hooker. And I know they mean well by that. But I can't seem to really retire because the young hookers don't really do a good job. See, they don't come from a legacy like me. I'm known to get in there and do a really good job. Make sure that every hole is perfect. And I'm paying attention to the type of screws, because we don't want no cheap screws in here. I don't think anybody does. But the young girls they don't have any discretion, see. But an old retired hooker like me, I do. And I'm the person that everybody still calls on. They like, I want me a hoe. I want me an original hoe. Not one of these young girls that's not really a part of the whole hardware family. So I can't really retire, but it's okay, because I still got it. I still got what it takes to install the perfect hook to help you keep your clothes erect, to keep things on that hook without that hook falling. And all it takes, sweetheart, is you remember a perfect hole, the speed of the drill, and a good screw. And that's how you get all the buck for your bag. Because anybody got no time to be screwing no cheap screw. That's all I got for my area. I hope you'll go on over there and meet my daddy, Haugh, because he'll tell you all about this doll. He's been in here working with hookers and hoes and all types of things. Thank you for coming to see me. And if you have any questions, you know what? Maybe I got a card or something over here. Oh, you know what? They at the register. But I'm going to get your card before you leave here, okay? Oh, here's one, my good cousin. Hey, Walter, I see you. I see you had one of those little young hookers put a screw with a hook in your wall in there and your hats fell down. See, I keep telling you, you need an old retired hooker. You gonna play around. Or you gonna call me next time? Well, you just say the word, Walter. Let me tell you something. Let me holler at you for a second.